Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Uranus conjunct Pluto in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may refer to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is if you have Uranus conjunct Pluto in a natal chart, there may be tremendous inspiration, which is Uranus, to do things you have a very intense passion and desire for, which is Pluto. Now, the thing is, if you have, say, Pluto in the Virgo in the fifth house in the natal chart, there may be some strong, intense passion, desire for some kind of analytical or intellectual amusement and enjoyment. If Pluto, say, is in Libra in the seventh house, it could be some form of like balance competition, such as tennis or gymnastics, because that would be competition. Actually, that would involve some form of balance, where balance would be important. Um, Also, too, another way this aspect may manifest or pan out in natal chart is that you may have a very intense, passion, even fixation, which is Pluto, to attain goals and aspirations, which is Uranus. Now, if Uranus, say, is in Capricorn in the natal chart, those goals and aspirations may be tied in with business, just career-related matters in general, politics, the government, could be accounting, dentistry, information technology, masonry. Um, it could be something with timekeeping, as some examples. And also, too, Uranus conjunct Pluto in a natal chart may also be expressed in forming friendships, which is Uranus, with those that are very passionate, intense, resourceful, empowering, and transforming, which is Pluto. Now, if Uranus is in Sagittarius, as an example, there may be one or more of those friends may actually be a Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be, those that are very exuberant, enthusiastic, optimistic, expansive, philosophical, religious, but at the same time may be foolhardy and self-righteous as well. And the thing about this aspect as well is that those same people may figure prominently in you making a major change or transformation, which is Pluto. Now, if you have Pluto, say Sagittarius again as an example, that major change or transformation may be one of a philosophical or religious nature. It may be done through some kind of sports or being more involved in the outdoors, as some examples. Now, in some instances, there may be some unusual growth or protrusion, which is Uranus. It could be by the colon, prostate, bladder, or urinary tract, which is Pluto. Pluto is also the reproductive system. So I don't know if there's some cases where, some kind of like a tumor or unusual growth can have an effect on the reproductive system. You may want to confer that on the internet, but if that's the case, that it could manifest that way, with this aspect. And the thing about this is, like, if you had, say Pluto, was in Scorpio as an example, those issues may be deeper or may involve more x-rays or, MRI imaging, as some examples. If the conjunction, say, is Capricorn, it might be something that's more consistent or more prominent in one's older age, as another example. Also, too, Uranus conjunct Pluto in a natal chart may also be expressed in trauma, which is Pluto, that may be associated with the ankles, the shins, the calves, or the nerves, which is Uranus. And if this was like, say an Aquarius, this would be something that would be more, intermittent, sporadic, erratic. It could emphasize something more nerve related. If it's in Sagittarius, it may be something that's on a bigger scale, something of a larger issue. As an example, and if it's say if this conjunction were to fall in the first or the sixth house, something physical related with what I just described with this aspect may be, more prevalent because the first house, as most of you I'm sure know, is connected with the physical body. The sixth house is associated with physical health related issues. So also too, this aspect can indicate expressing innovation, which is Uranus, and something Pluto related, which can include forensics, embalming, surgery, or even the occult, which includes astrology. Now, if this aspect again going to Sagittarius as an example, it may be flavored, with more exuberance, enthusiasm, optimism, expansiveness. Um, it could be, something to this aspect. Another way this aspect may manifest is that intimate connections, which is Pluto, maybe with those that are eccentric, ingenious, unorthodox, reforming, even rebellious, and unpredictable, which is Uranus. Now, let's say if you had Pluto, let's say was in Libra as an example, those intimate connections, one or more, may actually be with a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant person, or those that embody the traits of the sign. It could be those that are very charming, tactful, diplomatic, equitable, refined, cooperative, compromising, but can be very ambivalent and indecisive as well. And also, too, this aspect can indicate being involved. It could be with a group, club, or organization, which is Uranus that's associated with insurance, recycling, investigation, forensics, or the occult, which includes astrology. And, going to Capricorn as an example, that could be maybe the group may involve more older people. There may be more discipline, structure, consistency that's involved with it, and maybe something that's really may emphasize more something more business related, maybe flavored with more ambition, as an example. And also, too, when you look at Uranus conjunct Pluto, in a natal chart, another way it may be expressed is that you may often express support, which is Pluto, and keep in mind, support can be moral, emotional, or monetary support, and it can be through the internet, astrology, computers, or electronics, which is Uranus. Now, the other thing is, if you have, let's say, the conjunction, is in Scorpio, it could be flavored with more passion, desire, emotional intensity. Sagittarius could be with more exuberance, enthusiasm, optimism, expansiveness. And I would say too, when you have, this kind of aspect as well, I mean, Pluto, keep in mind, is shared resources. So it could be where you may express, a lot of that Uranus, like selflessness and altruism in those matters, or in some cases it may even suggest a shared resources situation or scenario that's Uranus related. Whether it be something, it might be a business connection with astrology, computers, electronics, innovation, aviation, as some examples. Um, it could also, having, this aspect in a natal chart, I would think it could intensify wanting more of the, the friendship element or aspect, in one's intimate connections. And Pluto is also legacy. So also too, It might indicate one where they desire to leave some legacy, something Uranus related, being selfless, altruistic, innovative, unorthodox, and non-conforming as well. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying stay